Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Tutor Box. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about hemostatic control mechanism, okay, as well as the plasminogen plasmin pathway, okay. So plasminogen plasmin system, what is plasminogen plasmin system, okay. So before moving forward, I am just requesting you that subscribe the channel as well as press bell icon, as well as in every lecture of our we have a 5 question at the end of lecture. So I request you to all, please answer all of these question in the comment box, okay. So now just discussing the thing, what is hemostatic control mechanism, okay. So we already discussed about the blood clotting. There whenever there is an injury in the blood vessel, suppose this is our blood vessels, okay, and now if there is an injury, okay, so what happen at the time of injury, the blood may move from the injury site, okay. So there is a formation of platelet plug formation, there is a formation of a clot as well as vascular spasm. So these are hemostatic mechanism. So once there is an injury, there is a formation of what? Clot. There is a formation of what? A clot. So there are 2 questions generated in our mind. What are those questions? The questions are, the first question is that, is the clot remain for whole of the life once the clot is formed? The first question is what? Once the clot is formed, once clot form, okay, is it remain throughout the life? Okay, throughout the life. And the question number 2 is, why clot only form at the site of wound? Okay, the second question is that, why clot only form at site of injury? Okay, so in this lecture we had tried to give the answer of both of these questions, okay. So the first question is, once clot is formed, is it remain throughout the life? So the answer is no. The clot may dissolve. So there is a process of clot dissolution, okay. Clot may dissolve, okay. So what is the process of clot dissolving? Okay, what is the process of clot dissolving? So first we already discussed when the clot is formed. So clot is made up of what? Fibrin thread. Clot is made up of what? Fibrin thread, okay. So there is a system in our body, which can damage these fibrin thread or which can break the fibrin threads, okay. So that system is known as a fibrinolytic system. That system is known as a fibrinolytic system, okay. So this is what a fibrinolytic system, okay. So this system having existence in our body, okay. If this system does not occur, then what happen in our whole of the body, there is a formation of so many clots, okay. So there is a too much need of fibrinolytic system. Once the clot is formed and the injured site is recovered, after recovery of injured site, the fibrinolytic system is activated. When it activated, once the injured site is recovered, okay. Clear everyone? So what fibrinolytic system contain? What fibrinolytic system contain? So fibrinolytic system contain plasminogen. Fibrinolytic system contain what? Plasminogen. So when there is a formation of the clot, clot itself take plasminogen inside it. Clot itself take plasminogen inside it, okay. So in the clot there is also a presence of plasminogen. Plasminogen is a serine proteases. Plasminogen is what? A serine proteases, okay. It is an enzyme, plasminogen. It is another name of plasminogen is profibrinolysin. It is a profibrinolysin, okay. Clear everyone? Now just understand the process of fibrinolytic system, or we can say plasminogen plasmin system. So what is plasminogen plasmin system? In our body, in the clot we have a what? Plasminogen. Now plasminogen is convert into the plasmin. Plasminogen is convert into the plasmin in the presence of some of the intrinsic factor. These intrinsic factor are what? Thrombin, factor number 12, as well as tissue plasminogen activators and kallikrein. These are the 4 activated factor. In the presence of these factor, the plasminogen convert into the plasmin. So these are the basically the activators. These are what? Activators. Okay, activators. Clear? We can say these are the activators. So these thrombin, factor 12, as well as tissue plasminogen activator and kallikrein are present in the blood. Okay, so whenever there is a recovery from the injury, at that time what happen? The concentration, or we can say these all 4 factor concentration may increase, or these factor may activated. These factor may activated, and due to activation of these factor convert plasminogen into plasmin. Okay. So now what happened? This plasmin, what it will do? It convert fibrin into fibrin fragment. As we know, fibrin is insoluble form. It is in insoluble form. Okay, and in the presence of plasmin, this fibrin convert into fibrin fragment, which are soluble. Which are what? Soluble. Okay, so this plasmin, the another name of plasmin is fibrinolysin. The word itself has a meaning is what? The work of it is what? To lysis the fibrin. To lysis the fibrin. Okay. So fibrin is converted into fibrin fragment. Now the thread is damaged. Okay. If thread is damaged, then it means what? It means the clot is dissolved. Okay. Now there is also another possibility. There are some factor within the body, okay, within the blood, which having a opposite effect. Okay, so there is antiplasmin and macroglobulin. These are the inhibitors. These are what? Inhibitors. Okay, so the presence of antiplasmin and macroglobulin is there. Okay, so the wound is not properly recovered, or we can say injured site is not properly recovered. At that time there is a high concentration of antiplasmin and macroglobulin. Okay, so if there is a higher concentration of these, at that time this plasminogen to plasmin conversion is not occur. Okay, this plasminogen to plasmin conversion not occur whenever the injured site is not recovered. Okay, so at that time the concentration of these compounds are high. And the second thing is what? The concentration of these factors, thrombin, factor 12 and tissue plasminogen, is more when the tissue injured tissue is recovered. Okay, so these are the 2 things, and this is totally depend on the feedback mechanism. Okay, as we already know, the thrombin work as a feedback system. Okay, the presence of thrombin activate the formation of clot. Okay, so this system totally depend on feedback system. Clear everyone? So this is the plasminogen plasmin system, and I hope you people are able to understand how the clot is dissolved. Okay, so now the another question is what? The another question is, why clot only form at the site of injury? Why clot only form at the site of injury? So now just understand, there are the 2 reasons. The first one is what? The concentration of clotting factors is high at the site of injury. The first thing is that site of injury. This is the important thing. Okay, this is the reason the concentration of clotting factor is high at the site of clotting. The another reason is that in the blood vessels, this is the blood vessel. Suppose there is an injury at this site. This is the injury at this site. So at this site the concentration is high, but at this side the other region, suppose this is the another area, this is the area, at this area there is a dispersal of clotting factor, there is a dispersal of clotting factor by the blood. Okay, so that's why the concentration decrease, at the other side, that's why there is a no widespread of clot. Okay, and another thing is that fibrin absorb thrombin. Okay, clear? These are the two reasons. The first important reason is what? Fibrin absorb thrombin within the clot. Okay, within the clot, and the second reason is the concentration at the site of injury of clotting factor is high, and other side there is a dispersal of clotting factor. Clear? So this is whole about these answer of these two questions. Okay, and also understand there are few important point on hemostatic control mechanism. What are those? Now also understand what are other mechanism. Okay, so in other mechanism, the first thing is that there is a generation of prostacyclin. Okay, so what prostacyclins can do? Prostacyclin just inhibit thromboxane A2. They inhibit thromboxane A2. And what is the work of thromboxane A2? Thromboxane A2 has a work of platelet aggregation. Okay, it means platelet aggregation does not occur because prostacyclin are inhibiting what? Thromboxane A2. It means platelet aggregation does not occur. Okay, due to inhibition of thromboxane A2, there is platelet aggregation does not occur and it help in clot retraction. Okay, so and the thing is that which type of cell generate prostacyclin? So they are in our body, they are WBC. Okay, so WBC doing help in the generation of prostacyclin. Okay, WBC help in the generation of prostacyclin. Okay, now the second thing is that in our body they are anticoagulants. They are what? Anticoagulants. Okay, so one of the anticoagulant is antithrombin. Okay, so antithrombin do its work. Just look at here. Antithrombin opposes the work of thrombin. Antithrombin just opposes the work of thrombin and do not able to activate plasminogen, conversion of plasminogen into plasmin. Okay, this is the work of antithrombin. The another anticoagulant is what? Heparin. And heparin is generated by mast cell. Okay, mast cell generated it, as well as some of the basophils. Also generated heparin. Okay, now what heparin can do? Heparin is also an anticoagulant. Okay, so heparin can combine with antithrombin, and both of these opposes this conversion. This conversion, plasminogen into plasmin. Okay, this is the another mechanism. Another thing is that there is another anticoagulant that is known as a activated protein C. Okay, this activated protein C also work as an anticoagulant. Okay, and this also opposes this thing. Okay, now just look what activated protein C can do. Activated protein C can block two clotting factor. Okay, which are not blocked by antithrombin. So this is the additional work of activated protein C. Some of the clotting factor are blocked by antithrombin, but there are some clotting factors which are not inhibited or blocked by antithrombin. So those clotting factor are blocked by activated protein C. Okay, so this is the additional mechanism to damage the clot. Okay everyone, so the babies which having deficiency of activated protein C due to mutation, okay, there is a possibility of death in infancy due to the formation of the clot in those babies. Okay, so this is how the other mechanism control the hemostatic process. The first thing is that formation of clot, and the another thing is that for dissolving of the clot. Clear everyone? So hopefully in this lecture you people are able to understand whole of the process. Okay, here I discuss some question with you guys, so give the answer of all of these question in the lecture. Okay, so Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.
Question number 1. Plasminogen convert into plasmin in the presence of A. Thrombin, B. Tissue plasminogen activator, C. Kallikrein, and D. All are correct. Question number 2. Plasminogen conversion into plasmin is inhibited by A. Antithrombin, B. Tissue plasminogen activator, C. Kallikrein, D. All are correct. Question number 3. Fibrin convert into fibrin fragment in the presence of A. Antithrombin, B. Tissue plasminogen activator, C. Plasminogen, D. Plasmin.